I'm Sam.
And I'm Craig.
We're human beings, and we like movies.
We'll be doing reviews of brand new releases,
Old classics,
entire sagas,
and even TV shows and video games.
This is Reaction Time. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 31 of Reaction Time Podcast. I am with a special guest today because Sam decided that he wanted to go on vacation.
Is dead.
Sam, he's just gone. So
he's died.
It's so sad, but we move on.
Bro.
So
rip, bro.
Rip,
Pouring
bro.
out for you.
If you listen to our Super Mario Brothers movie podcast, you will be familiar with this man. His name is Setzero, and he is my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And he is joining us for a video game because video games are the best.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
Today, we are talking about Super Mario RPG, The Legend of the Seven Stars.
It's a legend.
It is a legend.
Of 7 stars.
And I wanted to talk about it because we have a remake.
We do.
Which is probably the greatest news I've heard in my entire life.
It was, well, especially on the day of a special day for you.
Especially on my birthday.
I know. Like that was timely.
That was Nintendo just reaching into me and being like, you need this.
Your heart. just so lightly grasping your heart.
I don't know if you remember, but I texted you like probably a year or two ago, and I gave you this whole reasoning as to why I thought Nintendo was working on Super Mario RPG. And it had to do with the SNES Classic, because there was certain games on the SNES Classic that weren't on the Switch.
True.
SNES.
True.
And one of them was Super Mario RPG. And I went to this whole conspiracy theory as to why they didn't have it on there, because at that time there was no Donkey Kong Country or anything like that.
Yep.
Because we had Tropical Freeze and stuff like that. And so I was like, I wonder if they haven't put it on the Switch because they're making a remake. And that was like 2 years ago. And
for some, why don't I remember this?
I don't know.
You really sent it to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to find the text message.
I need to look at it. I need to look for it.
I don't know. But anyways, this is a 27. Is that what you talked about?
Yeah, 27 years ago.
Game.
Yeah, which is crazy. Yeah, I was looking at the Wikipedia just to kind of get some background to get on the game. Let's see. In Japan, it released March 9th, 1996. North America, May 13th, 1996.
Oh,
so
cool.
Yeah, but man, today we're going to talk about how it holds up.
Oh yeah, and how this is a special game for me.
Yeah,
and I think one of my all-time favorites.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm excited to dive in.
Is it in your top favorites at all, Derek? Do you recommend this game? How about that?
I recommend this game highly.
Okay.
Highly recommend it. And I think it's an incredible game. One of the, I don't know if we want to talk, I'll just say what I'm about to say, but it's one of the pillars of the Super Nintendo era. Mm-hmm. Like when it comes to the games that hold the whole thing up, right?
Yeah.
Like the Super Mario World, Super Mario RPG, obviously. We're talking about Super Metroid, you know, like Mega Man X, for me at least. Donkey Kong Country.
Yep.
And then
1, 2, and 3.
Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 6, like all these humongous games that everyone reveres as like some of the best games ever made, bar none, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, when it, when it comes to that, I think this is a game that every single human being should play.
Yes.
Because it's so good at everything that it does. Is it one of my top games of all time? No.
Okay.
And I'll explain as we go.
Okay. That's totally fine. Yeah. If you've seen Fat Yoshi, which basically everybody in the world has,
I sure hope they have.
That's what this game, that's where it
comes from.
Yep.
Fat Yoshi.
Oh, Fat Yoshi. It's so great.
It's beautiful.
We're not really going to do any kind of like spoiler free because it's basically just
it's a 27-year-old game. Yeah, if you haven't played it, guys, just
I will say this. If you are wanting to play the remake when it comes out in November, I would almost say to probably avoid listening to this.
Yep. I would
There's
wait.
a lot of cool stuff that you should experience
It's a good point.
the first time
Yeah. For those that have not played this game at all
or don't know
and
anything about it.
probably just avoid this episode altogether. So
Yeah.
you have your chance right now to jump off a cliff. I'm kidding. Don't do that. But jump off this podcast. Go listen to something else like Reaction Time's other amazing episodes,
there you go.
such as the one that's one of my favorites, the Across the Spider-Verse episode. I
it was
love that
good.
episode. Phenomenal film.
Or go listen to some of Setzero's music.
Oh, stop. Craig.
Modular Mondays, right?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Twitch.tv/Setzero.
Plug it.
But anyway,
Yeah.
go follow me.
If you're not going to play it, or if you're wondering if you should play it, I still don't know if you should listen to it. I 100% recommend it though.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Yep. Totally.
if you can play it, I would play it now.
Yes.
Quit your job.
Quit your job.
Because it takes a while.
Yep.
So unless you watch somebody speedrun it in 100% in like 3 hours,
Or a task
which
spot.
only slightly made me upset.
I know it was you missed a lot of things.
You missed a lot of things, but also like it
little-
just destroyed stuff so easily.
I know. A little preface because we Craig and I have both played this game.
Mm-hmm.
I've beat it probably twice in my lifetime, but I forgot a lot about a lot of the things and some of the things. So we both decided to watch a task spot, which is pretty much a task assisted,
Tool assisted
speedrun. Thank
Yeah.
you. And that allowed us to kind of go through the game in warp speed. So there's some things I missed, and I had to actually go back and rewatch like some of the scenes that I missed, like some little things that you would not do if you were speedrunning the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Which made the game more special, in my opinion. So it's just kind of funny.
I've probably beaten this like 10 plus times.
Yeah, I beat it like
But
twice.
it's been so long.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Funny enough, and this is just Craig and I are brothers-in-laws.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Brothers-in-laws.
Brothers-in-laws.
We were
and so back in the day, I remember one of your birthdays, you stayed up all night and played it.
Yeah.
I remember that. It was a fun memory. I don't think I was there for it because I couldn't stay over, but yeah.
No, I remember. I think we started because I was with another friend. I think we started at like 3 p.m. and then like
you just
I
bashed
think
it all
we
the way
beat at
through.
like 3 a.m. or something.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, it took us all night.
Yeah, the task spot was like 3:35. I'm like, good
know.
Lord, that is so
And that's
fast.
100%.
Yeah, I was like, dude, like this game took
collecting
me like
everything.
20 hours to beat the first time when I was a kid, dude.
Yeah.
But it's a gem. It's a gem in a lot of ways.
So
Yeah.
if you have listened to I guess if you haven't listened to any of our video game episodes, we change it just a little bit slightly. It's still the 5 categories, and they're all worth 200 points. But the biggest difference is visuals are all the visuals. Then you have story and writing / acting. There's no acting in this, so there's
no
not going
voice
to be a
acting
thing.
or anything.
And then instead of acting, it's gameplay. And then it'll be score, and then it'll be vibe.
Yep.
So it's almost the exact same. Instead of having an acting, you have gameplay.
Yes.
So we're going to get into that.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
If you are still listening, please subscribe to the podcast and subscribe to Setzero. All the links will be in the show notes. So ring the bell on YouTube and all the fun things that you can do. Okay.
I've been enjoying the YouTube shorts, by the way.
Thank
you guys
you.
don't know, the YouTube shorts are phenomenal from Reaction Time. So
They're pretty fun.
Make sure to check those out. They're really good. They're the nice little tidbits of the episode.
Yeah.
So I like
I
it.
wish we had time to do more of them.
Yeah, I get it though. It's good though.
Yeah.
I like
It's
it.
pretty much just been Sam. And
I know.
I need to start learning how to do them so that it can be a lot
Sam's the
better.
man. Sam, we miss you, man.
Yeah, we do. Hope you're having fun on your freaking cruise.
You know, I'm sad he died. I hope he doesn't die.
on the
Oh my
cruise.
gosh, that'd be so awful. Sam, please don't die. Like that cannot happen, dude.
No, you can't
Stay alive, please. For me.
I need more of your beautiful voice.
I know.
Okay, let's jump into it.
Let's do it.
All right. Do you want to start with your scores,
Sure.
or do you want to start with your notes?
Well, I know sometimes we do like an overall thing, right?
Yeah.
And that I was going to ask.
Oh, yeah,
that does
out of
not.
10.
Yeah, out of 10. This is not pertaining to the score. This is just like
This
how I
is just
feel.
basically it's like just a review
This
that
is just a
somebody
basic.
that somebody's used to.
Okay, so
10 out of 10.
for me, oh wow, that was
Obviously.
fast. Okay, all right, 9 out of 10 for me,
9 out of 10.
and not even 9.1 or anything like that. It's just straight
okay.
9 out of 10.
Dang.
And I'll explain. Don't worry.
It's just like the Mario movie.
Exactly like the Mario movie.
Are your scores the exact same? No, they
Yes,
can't be.
they
because
are
the story
actually, funny
is
enough.
way better.
Hey, bro. Well, there's some things I got to pull off. You got to remember. You got to remember. But it is funny that the Mario movie and the game both 9 out of 10.
Huh. Okay.
Visuals. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
I want you to go first on all of these because I have all my numbers, and I want you to determine. I want you to start so that I can see if I will change my mind.
Okay.
Because I'm trying. For anybody that's listening, I'm trying to decide if this isn't 1,000 out of 1,000 for me.
Okay.
So
right. So my influence might change just slightly.
Just slightly.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. So for me, visuals, 175.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. Okay. So I think this game was amazing for its time.
Oh yeah.
Now, once again, CRT TVs did this game justice. And that's really my main shtick of this whole entire thing is if you play it on an emulator or if you have like a Super Nintendo and stuff like that and you play it on, or even on the I guess on the classic, the SNES classic or whatever, those are really the only real ways to play it now.
Yeah, pretty much a classic or an emulator.
It's not on a CRT TV, almost guaranteed. And if it is, kudos to you. That's where you get the most bang for your buck because it looks so good on a CRT filtered TV, like a CRT true. Because the way the lines are and the edges are, they kind of mesh and to make Mario look so good, Mallow looks so good, GENO, all of them. And it really does it justice. Visuals, though, I have to say that that's where I kind of lack a little bit. Okay. Also, I don't like the rooms. Just any room in general. I've always had a problem with this, and this is even since I was a kid to now. When you look at the actual room, it's when you look at the game in general, it's like from a top-down isometric view. Yeah, and I've had a problem with this with Final Fantasy Tactics, with Tactics Ogre, with all kinds of games that have this kind of isometric, I guess, off-center view. Yeah. You see like the edges of the thing, and it just kind of bothered me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why. Like the castle and everything. I wish there was something inside the blackness, if you will, like the darkness. I wish there was some more like liveliness, and I feel like they could have done that. Maybe they couldn't because memory. And they might change that in RP in the remake. I don't know.
Well, because this was the biggest game on the Super Nintendo like ever. And they actually had to create like a different chip for it.
Was the Super FX chip on this?
Yeah.
Okay, it was.
They had to use it. And I think
the same thing that's in Star Fox, same thing that's in Stunt Race FX, and I think something else. But yeah,
because it was like
it's a big game.
Oh, it's a huge game.
Yeah.
And for all the visuals and it running perfectly and everything like that. I mean, there's no like frame drops or anything like that.
That's one thing I will say visually, even though, I gave it a 175, it's still visually incredible, especially like on a CRTV when you have a nice one, man, it looks cream of the crop. And especially for its time, like 1996. Yeah. Like we didn't have much, and when you saw that thing on a big like boob TV, right, man, it was just like, whoa, dude, this is epic. Like Mario was never in 3D.
No, and this was like the first 3D.
It was the first 3D Mario,
Super Mario 64.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Like, and the shading was nice, everything was nice, but like I said, I had some issues, and I will say that there are some spots where they didn't have that whole like room issue where I like it was just a lot of the rooms, like especially in the castles, it's just black around it and you saw the edges. I never liked that. I don't know how to explain that.
That's never bothered me.
It always has,
because I'm always looking at like the beautiful like chandeliers and like
those
stuff
are cool
on like the walls. So I guess I never noticed the blackness, but I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I
can picture it now.
Yeah. But on the open sprawling maps, especially like the first couple maps, like when you're going through the jungle and stuff like that, you can't even tell because it's just so massive, right? And you're like, oh, everything's great, but it's just those things are just like, especially the I can't remember what the place is called. It's a castle. It's like a sand looking castle. I could not stand the colors of that dang thing.
The sand-looking castle.
I can't remember the name of the castle. I had it in my head. And I was going to say it on the podcast, but I don't remember what it's called. Anyway, but some of those issues, just like I was like, I don't like it.
Okay,
don't like it. Like I said, Final Fantasy Tactics, same problem. And one of my favorite games of all time, Into the Breach, same problem. Funny enough.
Yeah, it does.
It does have that.
I don't know if you how the Grinch Stole Christmas episode, Sam hates how it's angled. Like every shot is angled.
Yeah.
And I've never noticed that.
Yeah,
like, it's never bothered me.
It's
He
weird.
Hates it.
I wonder if maybe there's like a certain brain, like side of your brain that just doesn't.
Yeah, there's something wrong with your brain that's like no.
Yeah, I know. Here it comes. And then next is like, you have an apple.
Yeah,
I
literally was gonna say people who own apples. Like
we read each other so well, dude. Because I love my iPhone. Screw you, man. I'm an Apple whore.
Any specific notes?
Just mainly just
that you had?
mainly just the issues of the out of bounds thing, and then just I mean, like I said, it does not look good on emulator. It does not look good on even the SNES Classic. Though the SNES Classic does have like a CRT filter thing, which helps, but it definitely misses that roundness that CRT can do. And that's for any SNES game, by the way.
Well,
the CRT does something, except a couple. There's actually a couple that I can say that work without it.
Okay.
But we'll get to that. Actually, we don't need to.
No.
Anyway.
That's fine.
We don't really need to talk about it.
We'll get to it at some point,
But yeah.
in our like 1500th podcast.
I know. That's it. Yep.
Like I said at the beginning,
did I change your mind?
I don't think so.
And I really had to push to get those gripes, by the way, but I did because I do feel them.
Yeah.
But carry on.
Okay. So for my visual notes, I guess a lot of my stuff was just like cool little Easter eggs. And I think that's why I love the visuals so much in this game, is because there's like everything, right?
Yeah.
This is the first time that we see Bowser crying like all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Which is like
the animation. The animation's
just
phenomenal.
A little like teardrops.
I guess I should have talked about that. The animation's great.
It's
like there's
so
some
good.
even like GENO doing his dance and stuff like that. There's MALLOW doing his stuff. All the fight animations, they're really good. They have their own little spunk to them, like Mario doing his little punch thing.
Yeah,
which is so cute
for Super Nintendo. Like
true.
Crazy.
It's like I said, for its time, amazing.
Yeah.
Like whoa. But anyway, carry on. I'm sorry, but thank you for bringing that up. The animation's phenomenal.
So I love when Mario turns into all of the different people when he's telling like stories. So he turns into Bowser and he turns into Peach and all that other kind of stuff. I thought that's hilarious.
It's a very Square Enix trait. I love it.
Totally is.
Yeah, I love it.
Squaresoft, because
Squaresoft,
that's who it was back in the day. We get 2 things of Samus.
We do.
She's sleeping in the bed in Peach's castle.
I do remember that.
And
which is crazy.
Which is so random.
Yeah.
And then she's in a little toy in the box in Booster's Tower. Do you know the Booster's Tower when he's looking for the Mario figurine?
Yes.
In that little box, there's a Samus in there.
Okay. Okay. I must have missed that.
Yeah.
But that makes sense. Okay.
You actually see that one in the speed run, because you don't see Samus sleeping in the bed in the speed run.
No, you don't. I do remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really interesting.
The Axum Rangers. So I love that you fight the Power Rangers.
Pretty much.
It literally is a parody of the Japanese Power Rangers.
Oh yeah.
That's what it is. So you're basically fighting the Power Rangers, which is freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed this, but there's an F-Zero car. There's 2 of them.
What?
And then there's a Star Fox R-Wing in one of the shops. They're just on the little cabinet.
No, I remember the R-Wing, but I don't remember F-Zero. I remember.
Yeah, there's 2 F-Zero cars right next to the R-Wing.
Is the Blue Falcon or is it 2 different ones?
Ooh, I don't remember. I just remember that they were F-Zero cars.
That's so cool. I did not know that, actually. That's
There's
really
so many little things like that.
I remember the R-Wing, and I was like, I'm a Star Fox.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, and I was like, oh. That's the noise I made when I was a kid, by the way.
So this is kind of like end stuff, but Smithy, his second transformation, I love just the visual of him beating his head to transform himself into different weapons.
Pretty dope.
Like, how crazy cool is that?
Yeah. No, I love the tank and like him switching to different things and stuff like that. But yeah, the second form.
The second form. And that background dope. Is so creepy.
It's terrifying.
And terrifying.
Yeah. Very good.
I'm sticking with my 200.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. No, I'm good.
I'm sticking with it.
I'm glad you did.
I've never bothered by any of those things. So I think that's my biggest reason why.
Right on.
So many cool Easter eggs and stuff like that. And I wonder if I see it again, if I would notice those things and if they would bother me.
I hope I didn't ruin it for you.
No, I mean, it's fine.
Because you'd be like, oh man, now dude. I mean, Setzero just ruined it all for me.
I watch this game again and I'm just like 0 out of 1,000.
Like, why did I say that on the podcast? 200 in my butt. No, it's good.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
and then we get Luigi in the credits.
We do. I know
So-
that the credits are actually like
The credits are so cool.
they're really good and really
perfect.
like they took because I love the Super Mario World credits so much. They're like so near and dear to my heart because it's the first game I ever played. Like those kind of things, but. Man, like seeing this like little Luigi run with like a little like a marching band thing. Oh, it's so
super
cute.
like freaking a whole like 8-bit almost creation of everything
Yeah,
in this little credits thing. That was so crazy.
it's really good.
Yeah.
Really cool of Square to pull that kind of thing off.
Yeah.
It was a love letter, and that's the thing. Visually, this was a love letter to Mario. Like
Yes.
they really took care of this. And there's one thing that we both know with Kingdom Hearts, with anything that Square's done with Nintendo, like they take care of their people.
Yeah.
And they actually really make a high-end game. And we'll get to that in the vibe and all that kind of stuff later. But
Okay.
yeah.
Story.
Sorry, am I going first?
Yeah.
again?
What you got?
200 out of 200.
Dude.
So, and this is where it shines.
200 out of 200 for me too.
You cannot beat this. This is Square. Okay.
Yeah,
They're kings of storytelling.
yeah.
But they made Mario feel real.
Yeah.
And the characters feel real.
Yeah.
And they made, oh man.
And you think of
You
it,
can't beat that.
you think of it now, but back then there was just a couple Mario games and Bowser was always the enemy. So not having Bowser be the enemy wasn't like, I guess now it seems so unheard of.
Oh, I know.
Because when has it ever happened other than this game?
Yeah. Well,
And
before
Paper
obviously.
Mario,
Yeah.
Thousand Year Door, but like,
But before this time, Bowser was always the bad guy, and you always knew like when you fought Bowser like that was going to be the hardest battle. In this game, you're like, what?
he joins your
What the heck?
team.
And, well, I still love this, and I will always remember it was like you joined Bowser's Koopa Troop.
Yeah,
I love that. That's such a great writing. That dialogue. Oh my gosh, dude.
perfect.
It's perfect, and it's just
All
like
the characters.
every character is written so well, and I know we both have kind of differing opinions on who the best character in the game is because I already know what yours is.
Dude, it's
But
Geno.
I love is Geno's dope because obviously he's got such a deep character arc in this game,
Yeah.
right? I mean it's intertwined with the entire story of the 7 stars. There's
I want to say Mallow's is probably more deep though.
it is.
It
That's
is.
why I love Mallow
Dude,
so
Mallow,
much.
Easy.
I love it, and I
Mallow.
love seeing his family and his town. And it's just like this little. If I were to compare it, did you see Game of Thrones? I can't remember.
No,
Dang it, man! Calm.
oh, I'm sorry.
Well, for those that have, there's a character, the Tarley family, and there's a guy. I think Samuel is his name, Samuel Tarley, and he kind of has this really cool. He's Mallow reincarnated, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because he like kind of is like this kind of dorky little character, kind of not really knowing what to do, and kind of just going through life and doing his own thing. But then you find out he's like a royal lineage and like has like this deeper story, and I'm like, that's like Mallow,
It's
you know,
Mallow.
like
That's probably where they got it from. They definitely stole it.
Yeah, George R. Martin, man, he just stole that right
Write
from
your own
Mario RPG, bro. But story wise, I mean, just everything had so much care and detail that only Square can do.
Yeah.
By far, one of the best writing, like Super Nintendo era
Of anything.
best writing. I mean, but then again, like
writing of any
the
Mario game.
True, that's a good point.
Like even I would say Paper Mario Thousand Year Door is probably like my second all-time favorite writing.
Good call. Yeah.
But other than that, like, I mean, it's all fine. But
Yeah.
this was the best.
I do agree with that. When it comes to Paper Marios, this is better than any Paper Mario.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm a huge fan of the original Paper Mario. And I didn't play Thousand Year Door.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about this. You're mad. I get it. But
No, I love the original Paper Mario.
no,
I think
you're mad
Thousand Year
because I
Door
haven't
is-
played Thousand
I
Year
know.
Door. So even though I own it now,
I gave it back to you.
you did. I know.
play it.
I need to play it. But
Everybody stone Setzero until he plays Paper Mario Thousand Year Door.
stone him. Gosh, man, how Old Testament do you have to get on me, bro?
Nail him to the cross.
I'm not cutting that, by the way.
That's fine.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, the story is so just big to like a batch of cookies.
Yeah.
Perfect batch of cookies from Square Enix oven. You know, like
it's like Lindsay's cookies.
there we go.
There you go.
Nice. Great. You didn't have to say that, but okay. No, but seriously, it's phenomenal. I do have like, no, actually, I love how my notes is just perfection. That's my notes for.
Also, I put so
story
many
writing.
freaking one-liners in this.
Oh, please do.
Because I wanted to
thank
say
you.
all
Thank
of
you.
them. So my story also 200, and this is almost everything is just like the funniest like quotes and stuff.
Yeah.
So first one from when the is it Boshi? No, Boshi's the one on the island.
Right.
The first Yoshi type
Weird
thing that steals the stuff from Mallow.
The hat, the one,
Yes.
the purple one, the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he goes by and Mallow asks the toad, why didn't you stop the dinosaur? And the toad said, I forgot my bazooka at home. Sheesh. Why? I don't know, but hilarious.
I love it. Yeah, it's good.
When Mallow figures out that he's not a tadpole.
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
Funniest
You just
in the
don't
world.
But like it's so random, but then you adore it more.
Yeah.
Like it's like, whoa.
Yeah, he thought that's what he was.
He's a tadpole. It's like, no, you're a cloud, bro. You're a marshmallow cloud. Your family's up there.
He's Tarzan.
He's Tarzan.
With the first like actual boss that you fight, the one in the forest, like the full boss.
Yep.
Mallow says, because Mario's running into there, and he's like, Mario, who do you think you are, Bruce Lee? You can't just go in there with your fist flying.
Yeah.
So great.
Yeah. And that's when IPs weren't cracked down
I know.
crazy. Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be fun to see what happens in the remake.
Oh yeah.
If some of these things translate, if they're gonna come through. I hope so.
I hope so. They have.
I hope.
I mean, it looks like a
scares
pretty
me.
dang close remake.
I know. It
But if
scares
they
me.
do anything with the story,
I'm telling it scares me because there's some things that like even that would not fly, unfortunately, politically today, and I don't like that. I'll be honest with you.
I'm
Like
gonna
the
get
Bruce
into
Lee
two of them.
Please do. Thank you. I know. That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
This was the closest to human Mario we've ever gotten.
Yes.
By far, and
Yes.
it added that fourth wall break with Bruce Lee and some other things you're
That
about
was
to
the
say.
best thing. It was
I know.
all fourth wall break.
And it made you
So
love it
good.
more. And so, man, yeah, we'll talk about this probably at the end. But there's some things I really hope they don't change, and
Me too.
this is one of them.
Yeah.
But carry on.
So Chain Chomp in the booster tower, when
Yeah.
Bowser meets Chain Chomp, it says they gaze into each other's eyes. And then Bowser says, Mario, she is shy. Will you look the other way? And then it pans away.
So good, dude.
What?
And as a kid, you did that one right over your head. But whatever.
Right over your head.
You're just like, ha, cool. But as an adult, man, it lands, and it lands so good. And it's like,
so perfectly. Please keep that. Please keep that.
I know.
I thought the Axum Ranger deaths were great.
Yep.
Like all their things.
Yes.
I have a headache.
Yep.
My makeup is running.
Yep.
Then switch brands. My shades broke.
Yes.
Just like
man,
funny stuff. Okay.
They better not change it.
Couple little things I don't know if you noticed because you mainly watch the
Tests.
the speed run. So in the Star Road place where you have to go
The
to
lamps and everything.
Yeah, I have to light up all the lamps for the
lamp, yeah.
doors.
Yep.
So you can go around and you can listen to people's wishes. And if you click on them, it'll just be like a random wish. You don't
know
listen,
this.
it's just text.
I didn't even know this when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I don't think I really cared to listen. I was trying to get through it because I was so scared.
Oh, I know. Oh, that place is a little freaky.
It kind of is.
There's little spots that just have like two little star flowers next to them. And if you click A by it, then it will read in text like somebody's wish.
Oh, see?
And there's one from Luigi.
Things. What?
And Luigi's wish is to be a great plumber like his brother.
Oh,
That's so cool.
so sweet.
So great. And then there's one from Mallow's parents that said we hope that he comes home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is so cool. Oh, that's so good. Mallow's story is so great. I love it.
With Smithy, when you beat him the first time and the weapon guy is like, don't get so worked up. Think about your blood pressure. Again,
oh my gosh.
so real, right?
Exactly.
Just funny.
Once again, and one thing that I will say, because I've known this with, I'm actually a really like big older Final Fantasy fan. Like,
Yes.
and we're going to talk about that because it all comes down with that at the end of this whole entire conversation. But their translations, remember, these games are made in Japan, okay? And Square and Nintendo, funny enough, are both Japanese companies.
Yes.
But the translation does so good in this game because they really, man, I'm so scared they're going to screw it up in the remake.
I'm so scared.
Terrified.
I'm so scared.
I mean, all they have to do is copy and paste.
That's all they need to do.
Just copy and paste, and you're going to have an amazing. You're going to have fans just love it, and you're going to have a great time. But
or even if they like update it, like you can't just go in there fighting like Bruce Lee, but like John Wick or something, like something like that, like
a little more modernized.
If they modernize that, that's fine.
See, okay,
keep everything else.
So I'm scared. Let me tell you something that I've learned.
Okay.
The Pikmin re-releases, by the way, if you guys don't know, Pikmin 4 is coming out, and we're recording this, actually. It's coming out this week. They re-released 1 and 2 for the Switch. And in those remakes, I don't know if you remember this, but in the originals, they had like Duracell batteries. They had like actual product placement.
Yeah.
The remakes do not have those at all. So it scares me that they're going to do some of that in RPG.
I guess this was just like a quick port, where this feels like a full remake.
It is a remake. That is true. But like I said, those liberties, like saying like not Bruce Lee, because you're right. Today, not a lot of people know who Bruce Lee is. Unfortunately, by the way. Get educated, people. Watch Bruce Lee.
Go watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh yeah. That's right. He's in that. Well, his character's in that. No, go watch Enter the Dragon, man.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you don't know until you don't know life, until you see that film, bro.
You don't know life.
Dang it. I should have had it on. Anyway, but
yeah. Okay, last one that I've got.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know about this. I'm sure you do, but
gosh, at the microphone, sorry.
Toadstool's Princess Peach's room.
Yeah.
There's a blue chair. And if you go to that blue chair, and if you're in a certain angle and you hit A, it reads Toadstool's ? But in Japan, it reads Toadstool's XXX. And when you click on it's behind a chair. You don't see anything other than that text. And when you click on it, her grandma comes running up to you and says, "I will give you this if you keep quiet." And she gives you like a mushroom for free. And then that's literally the scene.
What? I didn't even know about this, dude. Is it like a magazine or something?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
People theorize that it's pictures of Peach and Bowser together. That,
of course, yeah. all those Peachette crap that's all going out there. No, dude. Back then,
that's another thing that I'm like, are they going to take that out?
They're going to take it out. Yeah, unfortunately, they're going to, and I already know it. They're going to take some things out, which I want to say to a lot of people out there, if you decide to play either game and they do take out some of these things, and they have, just play the old one too. Yeah. Like just so you see what we see, because there's so much love that Square put into this game. Yeah. And it's in the writing where this game shines.
Yes.
Like the thing where we should go save. I forgot. I think it's like near the beginning. Not near the beginning, but you have Bowser, you have everyone surrounding Mario.
Okay.
And they're like, we should go save. And you can have the option of no.
Oh, yeah.
And you keep hitting no, and you keep hitting no, and you keep hitting no, and they get mad at you. And there's like just such charm in this game. It's unreal how charming this game is.
Charm and fourth wall breaking.
Oh, man.
It doesn't,
and you're never going to be sad. Like, you're always going to love playing this for that. So,
okay.
Anyway.
Those are my story notes.
Awesome.
Okay.
Great stuff.
Gameplay.
What you got? 150. This is my...
Oh.
Yeah. You didn't see that coming, did you, buddy?
150.
150. That's a 7.5 out of 10 right there. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
So...
I mean, you're wrong, but...
What?
I didn't say anything.
So, watch your mouth. Okay. This is my equipment. So, my issue was, and it still is the D-pad issues. This goes back to the tactics issue that I have as well.
Oh.
Down being left or right, I never remember. And so it just frustrates me. And
just like moving around?
Yeah, moving around. It's a problem. I know. It just is for me.
Have you played this recently? Like recently? Did you play it on the SNES Classic?
I did.
Okay.
And I know right is down right, down I think is down left.
Yeah.
I think you kind of have to like tilt it. I think that's how it is. I think you could change it in the options too.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember. Regardless, it bothers me.
Oh, really?
It's the isometric thing. Now, the nice part is with modern emulation, and I know in RPG because it's going to be on the Switch, you have a joystick.
Oh, yeah.
Very easily figured out, and I think they're going to have it where you can actually move around.
I don't know why you wouldn't be able to just move around freely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Hold on a second. When you push right, does it go right or does it go like down right?
It goes right. I think if you're on like a path, I think it goes down right.
Maybe I'm getting it. Then I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, I don't think
Maybe I'm wrong. Oh my gosh, am I that wrong?
When the SNES Classic came out, I played this again.
Okay.
But I haven't played it since, so I could be going crazy, but I don't remember
really losing it.
I do not remember it being right is down right and like down is not fully down.
Oh my gosh, maybe I wasn't prepared for the gameplay part of this.
I think it's just right is right because even in the
No, you're right.
Even in the Taz, you see him like freaking moving fluidly.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
So
maybe you're
good,
right.
dude.
Maybe
That-
it's fine.
The Taz movement is insane.
Okay, well then, score 150 is changed. Gosh, I literally haven't played this in so long that I didn't remember that. And maybe it's because I just got done playing Final Fantasy Tactics, and so like you have a down right thing.
I don't think it's weird.
Okay,
I could be wrong.
there's some collision issues. I will say there, and part of my notes, there's some collision issues that I have issues with, and that's more of a, I don't know. It's more of a game design thing. This is an RPG. This is not an action game. Obviously, there's some action elements which I loved.
Yeah,
by the way,
there is.
Just want to say that really quick. So gameplay definitely ups on that.
Yeah.
for those action sequences because you don't see them coming. You're like, I'm in a minecart. Like here we go. You know, it's really fun. But
there are certain times I will say when you're going to jump. And if you're not lined up correctly, you don't
maybe
jump
that's
correctly.
my problem. Yeah, it's a lot of those little things, which I'm sure they'll fix in the remake.
Yeah.
So take that with a grain of salt, obviously, with what I'm saying about the gameplay. But I will say I loved Paper Mario for that reason because they nailed the gameplay. I think it's fluid. I love all the stuff with that. And I'm comparing those because they're the closest comparison.
Yes, yeah.
As a Mario RPG game. Yeah. Just saying. But yeah. So I guess maybe it's the jumping that I didn't like. I don't know. There's just something about it that I just really was like always like the gameplay could do okay. Also the timing of the buttons. You really have to study that game to get the button timing down, in my opinion.
Oh, really? Yeah, I guess I never felt that way. The super jump, my goodness.
The super jump. I watched the Tazbot run and I just hit. I'm like, good Lord,
there's an achievement for getting 100 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck.
I don't know if I think I maybe did that one time. I don't know if I ever got it.
Yeah,
again.
no. I got 3 and I'm like, I'm having a good day today, man.
This is going great.
This is going great. I got 3, bro. So it's and I think that's just because maybe the user error, right? That's probably all me, but
yeah. This all boils down to Setzero is just not great at games. So
appreciate that.
It didn't have like a truck that was in snow.
Gosh dang, dude, packages. Man, don't bash my SnowRunner, bro. I am such a SnowRunner fan. Play SnowRunner, please. Just play it. It's so good. SnowRunner. No, and like I said, going back to the gameplay, and I want to be very clear. The gameplay is solid because it's an RPG.
Yeah.
You select menus for majority of the game. There's a lot of those gameplay elements that changes it up. And that's where it is good. And so maybe, like I said, I probably could bump that up actually now, like 175, 180.
Okay.
Because yeah, the jumping's annoying. I will say that is true.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So
I feel like my point is so valid now. Invalid, I mean.
Oh, it's so invalid.
Funny.
Which is great. That's why we have these.
I know.
So my gameplay notes that I have, there's a few things that I thought were really, really cool. Okay. One, the timed attacks, to my knowledge, was like a first of its kind for this game.
I do agree with that.
Yeah. Which true. I thought was so cool. You don't have to do it, but if you do it, you get more attacks done. Or if you're defending and you can hit it at the right time, you can get less damage taken. Or some people don't know this, to get a freebie. So whenever he used like the rock candy, if you hit A at a certain time, you get a freebie. That's how it works. Oh, people are like, "Oh, it's random." No, it's not random.
I thought it was random.
You can click it.
That's so funny.
To get a freebie.
Oh,
So just like little stuff like that where it didn't need to be in there, but if you were better at the game, then you were better at the game, right?
that's true.
Because the timed attacks and everything like that, if you were good at doing them and you're hitting them a lot, you could kill a boss much quicker.
Yeah.
Or if you were good at defending, you wouldn't die as easily.
And I'm just not good. It's funny because timing is my life. I do music for a living, right? Timing is very important to me. But man, when it comes to timing, like I suck at rhythm games. I'll be the first to say it.
That is so funny.
I know. For being a musician, like what the freak, right?
Rhythm games should be like your thing.
I know. Guitar Hero? No.
Dance Dance Revolution?
DDR? No. Like I'm just not great at rhythm games. I don't like rhythm games that much. But I'm a musician, so it's like what the heck. But no, when it comes to timing hits, like I just really had a problem with them. Yeah. In every game I've played, I've never liked quick time events. I've never liked timing hits.
Yeah, quick time events are.
I know they're kind of different than this, obviously, but I really don't like QTEs. I could shoot them behind the barn. Sorry, just saying that right now.
They're
it's a big thing that
they don't add much to the game.
They do nothing,
if at all.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be tension. If it
now
comes,
you see why it's hard for me to play Uncharted.
Yeah.
Funny enough, a lot of QTEs. I love Spider-Man, but the QTEs are all over the place. I even have it where it skips QTEs for me. That's
nice.
And the accessibility options, I'm like, turn that sucker on. I don't want to do QTE for the rest of my life.
Nice.
The God of War games, screw them all.
I think Uncharted 4, you can do that. You can turn them off.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Okay. Much better. Because I was like, I'm so sick of that crap.
Such a good game.
Timing sucks. I suck at timing.
You suck at timing.
Thank you. Except for I'm a musician. I'm pretty actually really good at timing.
So funny.
Music. I know.
That's so funny.
Don't like them. Don't like it. Actually, I love rhythm games. Not good at them. There we go.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So the GENO boss, which is the guy in the forest, I love the gameplay of him locking your buttons that you can use. Thought that was super cool.
Sure.
Kind of reminded me of like stuff with like Metal Gear Solid where it kind of messes with your actual gameplay.
Fourth wall break.
Yeah. Which is really cool.
Really nice. I do like that.
The minecart minigame, fantastic.
Really good.
Doesn't even need to be there.
Yep.
But it's fantastic. Yep. And then I love the little curtain minigame. Again, you're just running around hiding from the little like black shy guy dudes, whatever they are, in Booster's Tower.
The Booster Shy Guys with him the whole time. I love it. Booster's such a great character, by the way.
I'm going to give the gameplay a 198.
Nice. Okay.
Just for some of the collision stuff.
Yeah, collision.
It never fully bothered me, but I do remember sometimes trying to jump to a spot and I kind of had to kept doing it because I had to fit in the wall, the invisible wall that they had, so you didn't fall off.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, a lot of collision issues I didn't like. I do agree with that. And I will say too, not even to their defense, I'm actually being very critical of Square at the time. Square is not good at gameplay. They're just really not. They never have been until recently when they actually started doing action RPGs like Final Fantasy 7, 15, 16, all that stuff.
And I think this had a lot of Nintendo heavy gameplay, but with the Square like gameplay, right? I mean, because it's Final Fantasy, right? This is Final Fantasy.
Mario Edition,
right? This is why you have the freaking minecart minigame and you have the little curtain thing and you have the timed attacks. That was Nintendo stuff that they inputted into there.
Yeah.
So you have the flair and the funness of Nintendo mixed with the really cool timed attacks from Final Fantasy.
Yeah, so I get you. Yeah, yep. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah,
like I said, I love what they've done, and the kings of gameplay is Nintendo by far,
easy.
But this is definitely a Square game.
Yeah,
like in that regard. And I'm saying that as a huge lover of Square games. Yeah, but carry on.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so score for me.
I can't look at Craig when I say this. I cannot look at Craig when I say this.
So score for me.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'm going to go first.
Okay. You don't want me to break you down.
Yeah. Well, you're not going to be able to. Sorry.
Okay.
Even if you're a composer and all that kind of stuff, and you tell me why this isn't as good as it is.
No, it's a simple thing.
It's perfect for me.
Okay.
A little while ago, I was trying to determine what my all-time favorite game was.
Oh.
At the time before, I think this is even before Breath of the Wild had come out.
Okay.
And it was between Super Metroid and Super Mario RPG.
Nice.
Because they were like my two top favorite games, right? Metroid is one of my all-time favorite franchises, and Super Metroid is almost perfection for me. I have replayed and beaten that game probably over 100 times. And I gave this game, I think I put this game just barely higher than Super Metroid because of the soundtrack.
Okay. Nice.
And that is saying Super Metroid soundtrack, which is incredible, right?
Yep.
Has the greatest intro song of all time. My favorite title screen intro song.
Easy.
On the flip side, this game has my all-time favorite boss battle song. And that's the Smithy second phase.
Oh yeah, Smithy's second phase boss. It's good. Good
all-time favorite.
It's a good dance track.
It's such a good song.
Yeah. It's got some breakbeats in there. There's all kinds of stuff.
And you basically you're to kind of paint the picture, if you were listening to this and you haven't played the game, the last boss, this guy is named Smithy, and he's creating all these weapons and everything, and you get to his factory and he's creating all of this stuff while he's fighting you. And so you beat his first form and he gets really angry and he starts like bashing and stuff. And the people are like, we just started building this. Don't bash it too hard or else the floor is going to cave in. And he keeps hitting it and you fall like super far, basically to what looks like hell. I mean, seriously, it's like, it's all the creations that you see from Smithy in the background, like his heads and stuff, and like this super dark red with like kind of little glowing like blues in here for like the eyes and stuff. And then the song starts and it's just like this evil, awesome sounding music.
It's good.
Paints it perfectly.
Great track.
Great track.
And I'm saying that along with my score. It's a phenomenal track.
My other all-time favorite is Mallow's Place.
Nice. Yeah.
That's my other favorite one. So this is a 200 for me.
Nice.
Because this is probably my all-time favorite soundtrack. I'd have to, fully determine if it's my number one, but it's definitely top 3.
Right on. I gave it a 25. I'm kidding. No.
Let's get to 1.
There was music, and that's it. I gave it a 150.
Okay.
And yes, that's a 7.5.
It is.
Now, I'm not going to critique like the technicality. That's just not. I'm listening purely for the actual sound of the game. Like does this fit? Does this all kind of stuff? When Square at the time, Squaresoft, they are kings of music because of one man, Nobuo Uematsu.
Okay.
Nobuo Uematsu did Chrono Trigger. He did Final Fantasy VI.
Is he the same one that's on Sea of Stars?
Everyone, yes.
Okay.
No, I think so. I think
he
was helping.
A Chrono Trigger composer.
Yeah,
but I didn't know if it was him.
Hold on.
Please hold.
Chrono Trigger.
For those of you who haven't heard of Sea of Stars, go and pre-order that because it's looking like one of the greatest games ever made. If you ever played The Messenger, this is the next game.
Yeah, Nobuo Uematsu. Yeah, he helped with that. But also Yasunori Mitsuda. That's who's doing Sea of Stars, by the way. Sorry, Yasunori Mitsuda.
Okay.
Nobuo Uematsu, though, who's one of my all-time favorite composers. Yeah. Like bar none, he did not do this game.
No, it's some girl.
Yeah, it's someone else. And I actually don't know who it was, so I didn't even look it up. Funny enough, I should do that.
I only knew because somebody posted saying the original composer was coming back.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw a picture of a girl. And
okay, so it. Yoko Shimomura. Yoko Shimomura. And I just didn't like the direction of the music because I think, and yeah, I'll be honest, I am comparing a lot to like Final Fantasy VI's music, which in my opinion is one of the greatest soundtracks of all time.
Well, okay. One of the greatest games of all time.
It is. And that's, I compare this game to that game, and I know it's a little unfair because I just love 6 so much.
Yeah.
Like that 6 changed my life.
Yeah.
It got me into composing music. So there's a lot of depth to it. I was listening to the soundtrack today, actually, of RPG. I did notice some things that I didn't really like the direction of where it went because it was so different than what I would have thought that Square would have done. in a lot of ways, because I totally realized I'm just going against what I just said earlier. Like, I'm really breaking this down, but I really am. It's because, like, I think there was some reverence to the Mario stuff, but there was just not enough creativity to me.
Okay.
Now, I will say some of the biggest boppers is, yes, Smithy's second song is just cream of the crop. The
Booster's Tower
is great. Yeah, it's pretty. But I will say a lot of the stuff, and also the fight music, just the good old,
so good. Yeah.
Or that's the victory song, but the
it's so good. You can just listen to it over
it's a
and
freaking
over.
certified bop, dude. Oh, it slaps. I love that song. But everything else, I just was like, this is just monotony to me.
Really? Okay.
A little monotonous, like the environmental music, those kind of things. There's just not a lot. I actually don't like the cloud music as much as you do. Personally, the Cloud Kingdom Mallow's area.
It's so beautiful.
It's fine.
See, I guess for me,
sorry, carry on. I don't want to interrupt you on this.
No, it's fine. I've played this so many times.
Yeah.
But for me, when I hear the songs, I can picture the place perfectly.
Sure. Yes.
So I guess for me, it felt exactly how it should be for those places. Like, you go into the clouds and it's this lighthearted, just like, fun music. And then you go into like the lava and it's like doom 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 doom
right.
doom doom. And so it just like, and then you're in the forest and it's like this forest music. I don't even know how to describe it, but
the jungly music.
Yeah, it for me it seemed like everything fit the visuals. It didn't feel like I'm in this place and the song that is playing is not matching what I'm looking at.
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
Yeah, there was definitely matching themes, and like the jungle music sounds so very jungly. Like it's
so good.
The composer didn't do a bad job.
No.
It's just I didn't like it as much personally. And this is, like I said, coming from someone who like worships Nobuo Uematsu. Okay?
Yeah.
But like, because when you play Final Fantasy VI, like when you're in the mines of Narcia, and you're just like this, there's just like this, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like this kind of cold but timeless music that comes up, or like when you hear Terra's theme for the first time, or when you hear, just anything in that realm. It's just, there's so much, like, it shakes you deep to my core. And so I guess I'm being a little critical of RPG in the music department because I'm comparing it to all the music, and
it's fine.
And going back to Metroid, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm sorry. Like,
so
musically, good. Metroid is like, whoa, bro. Give me some of that shrooms, bro. I don't know.
Because it's a Metroid, it freaking Nakey Jakey describes it perfectly. How do you look at Super Metroid stuff?
Samus shooting everywhere.
How do you make a song
in a rocking chair? Grandma.
How do you
guess you look at that?
How do you make that? When you're looking at the visuals. And they did it perfectly. Yeah. So funny enough, probably 6 or 7 years ago, I had a coworker, and he hadn't played a lot of the old games. He loved games, right? And he was a music guy. Like, he loved music, but he hadn't played a lot of the old stuff. And so for like a few weeks straight, we worked in the same team. I just played different game soundtracks, and I played Donkey Kong Country, and I played Donkey Kong Country 2.
Don't ever mess with David Wise.
No, not at all. I played
DKC is nuts.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's amazing.
Perfection music right there. I love David Wise.
I played The Messenger, and just like stuff like that.
Setzero.
And I played video game music. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I played Aquafury. So
deep cut.
And I played Super Mario RPG.
Okay.
And he kind of felt the same way. He was like, this is really good, but everything else that you've shown me, it didn't hit as hard.
It just doesn't.
And I don't know if that's just it's 100% nostalgia. I mean, obviously.
Sure.
But
this game meant a lot to you too.
Yeah.
So that's the nostalgia part.
And that's the music for me, right? I hear Mallow's theme and I get emotional, because it's just like that music and that to me, with the story of Mallow, with the music, was just a perfect culmination, right? Him finally getting home and seeing his family, and just that like lighthearted, fun, just like beautiful music was like perfect.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I totally get it. Like I said, I'm not bashing it in any way, and I have to bring it up, but like it's like 30 Seconds to Mars, which I know you're a fan of.
Look, I'm a fan, but I'm not that much of a fan.
Cool. I didn't know. Because like I this is something I'll say about bands too. Like I don't like it, but I respect the craft. I respect the artistry, and I admire the music. I think it's fine, but I don't like it. Yeah. Like that's just how I feel about 30 Seconds to Mars. That's how I feel about Brand New, like some of those things, right? But when it comes to music, this is kind of in that realm. Okay. But I definitely see it being a top contender of music because it is really good. Yeah. It does fit. It does fit. Like, I will say it does fit its areas fine. Yeah. Totally fine. There's nothing wrong. The composer did their job 100%. I just don't like it as much as Super Metroid, Final Fantasy VI, Chrono Trigger, like some of those games, Mega Man.
Oh my gosh. Mega Man X, bro.
Splooge. Sorry, grass. But it's so good. Like it's so good. Oh man. It just hits me more to my core. Yeah. So yeah, but I love your stance because it's just this game does mean a lot. You know, like and Final Fantasy VI meant a lot to me. And so maybe that's a nostalgia kicking in there too. I don't know. Yeah. But I do remember playing this game very much as a kid and being like, this is just an amazing game. But yeah, the music, it does not click for me. And when I hear the music, I sometimes could be like, where's that from? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't hit me that as hard as some of the other games. So I love our contrast.
I know it's good.
I really do.
It's
actually. Good. So very nice. Very nice. Good discussion. I like this.
Okay. Well, on to Vibe.
The V-Bay.
It's Vibey time.
Time,
obviously,
baby.
You know what I'm going to give it.
Oh, yeah.
A 50.
Good question.
Yeah. What? What did you say? I'm going to give it a negative 400.
This game sucks.
Obviously, this is a 200 out of 200 for me. One of my all-time favorite games. You know, I mean, I played this all the time with my brother growing up and my friends, and just the fourth wall breaking, all that kind of stuff we talked about, the story. And it was so different. And I loved that. Yeah. It was... With Nintendo, there's so much, like, it almost feels like there's rules that they have to follow, right? These certain things need to happen in a game when we release a game. These tropes, I guess that's the word that I'm trying to use.
Sure.
And this felt like me, like Breath of the Wild did, where it threw basically everything that we know about Mario out and created something totally new. Bowser's on your freaking team, you know? Yeah. And he's dude, you freaking Booster and Bowser kiss you one time. Like, come on. Like, what is this game? You know? Yeah. And so that was like Breath of the Wild, where Breath of the Wild was Zelda for the longest time, except for the first Zelda was just, you need to do this, then you need to do this, then you need to do this. You're going to get this weapon and you're going to use it on this boss. Yep. Then you're going to get this weapon, you're going to use it on this boss, right? Yep. And it was just rinse and repeat with different looking stuff, with a little bit of different gameplay stuff. If you will. Yeah, flavors, right? And why fix what isn't broken, right? They're all, I'm never going to say that I don't like Twilight Princess or I don't like Skyward Sword like some people, you know. I actually really enjoy Skyward Sword. But Breath of the Wild was just this fresh of breath air to pun it up in there.
Freaking opus.
Yeah, just
game's amazing.
You literally beat the Great Plateau and you go fight freaking Ganondorf if you want to, right? This is the same thing with Tears of the Kingdom. You beat the Sky Islands and you go fight Ganondorf if you freaking want to. Good luck. But you know, people do it. But so I guess for me, that's why I love this game so much, is because one, we would never have had Paper Mario without this game.
Correct.
Nintendo would not have seen that people like this, and so we never would have gotten Paper Mario or Thousand Year Door or the other games that came after it that aren't as good.
Super Paper Mario sucks, by the way. It's the worst one.
Gameplay is horrible, but it's actually one of the coolest stories. I actually really like Super Paper Mario.
I couldn't get past the gameplay. That was the problem.
Yeah.
Couldn't even tell what the story was because it sucked so bad. I'm sorry. I have that game and I'm like...
Sticker Star is my worst. I hate that game.
Man, I actually like Sticker Star. It's a fun little
gross. Color Splash is fine. Origami King was freaking hilarious. But
still haven't played it. Funny enough, I own it, of course.
It's just funny. I mean, I don't love the gameplay. It's not as fun.
Okay.
But the story is hilarious. All the toads and everything is great. So we got some of my favorite games of all time because of this game. And we got my favorite game of all time with this being might be this game. Right. And so I just loved how it felt like it almost feels like WarioWare, where it's like Nintendo's chance to just be goofy, you know?
Good call. That's a great comparison.
What other game are you going to get where you pick somebody's nose and you have to do it in 5 seconds?
Dude, WarioWare, the first one.
So good.
Oh, man.
So good.
I love that game.
Right?
I could throw the other ones in the trash.
Yeah.
Actually, the first one.
Yeah. But that's why I love it so much. That's why my vibe's 200, because all the stuff we got, and it just felt like Nintendo and Squaresoft, like, did it seem, it feels like they were just in a meeting, like laughing all the time. Like, let's put this in there. Let's put that in there. And like, how funny would it be to put this in there, you know? So yeah, that's me.
Very good. I'm at 190.
Okay.
Like I didn't put 200 only. I mean, really, it's not even anything to worry about. It's just, I think I wanted more characters personally.
Yeah.
More is all I would want. But even so, like the vibe of it all, like if I were to just call it the vibe, like I remember very well sitting in front of that massive CRT TV downstairs in my basement and just like this. I mean, it was a heavy F TV.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. The thing was so huge. Had my Super Nintendo on top of it, popping that game in, turn on the thing, and you were in a whole different world.
Mm-hmm.
And just that feeling was what I hold on to when it comes to this vibe thing, right? That feeling of just like I'm playing this brand new un-Mario game. Yeah. It is so not Mario.
It's not Mario
and I love that so much. And I mean, I think I told you about this, but there's like a gaming historian video on this, on like what happened with Square and Nintendo when it came to this game. Yeah. It's fascinating because you could tell throughout the entire documentary, you could tell that like you have Shigeru Miyamoto and all the heads of Mario, right? Not just of Nintendo, but of Mario. Mm-hmm. It's their baby, man. This game made Nintendo. Yeah. Like big time. Like before this, they were a card company. Yeah. Now they have this huge IP. Yeah. And they're giving it to someone else for the first time and saying, if you mess this up, I will slit your throats. Like,
basically, yeah.
I mean, this is
we will burn
thing.
You as a company.
and you can tell throughout history, unfortunately, especially with the Paper Mario series, how they just kind of died that down. Yeah. You know, the stories were not as memorable because they weren't taking as many risks. Yeah. And I think Nintendo, unfortunately, thought that this was kind of like a little too risky for them. Mm-hmm. And even Paper Mario, then Thousand Year Door, too risky for them because they want to protect this game. But boy, I'm so glad it came out when it did because it broke the feeling of Mario so well. And I mean, if you're looking for a Mario game, this is not necessarily a Mario game. No, like, but it uses it's Mario
the furthest
characters.
Thing from a Mario game. It really is
with being a Mario game. But like they give life to these characters that we've always been like good guy, bad guy, Mario good guy, Bowser bad guy, princess you gotta save her, right? You have depth to everyone, and it's not just a little bit of depth. You hear the best things from Bowser. You hear, and Peach we didn't talk about Peach with the frying pan.
No, we didn't talk about Peach with the frying pan.
But what like just some, which is kind of a trope, unfortunately. I know that's probably gonna get cut. No, they would never cut that out, would they? Because you already know what I'm saying, right? Like there's that kind of unfortunate thing of like, you know, woman get me a sandwich thing, right? I don't think so.
I don't think they'll
play. Okay.
They got to keep that, and they got to keep the lazy shell.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. There's so many things, but like vibe wise, my gosh, this game, just like, if you just want to sit down and just enjoy something you've never enjoyed before, it's like having a, I don't know why I'm coming up with this. There's no reason why I need to do this, but I am. But it's like having a new sandwich from a favorite place that you know so well and care about so much, but you have a new sandwich and you're like, wow, that was so different. I'm so glad I tried that this time.
That's a good analogy.
Is that good?
That's a good analogy.
Because you know Mario games, you know how to play them.
Yeah.
Every single person does.
Yeah.
But then you buy this sandwich and you're like, gosh, dang it. And it has so much depth of flavor. And you're like, this might be my favorite sandwich of this place now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you will never find it anywhere else. That's the other thing too.
Oh, no,
you'll never
won't.
find it anywhere else.
You won't.
It's very much a Square game, very much not a Nintendo game.
Yeah.
But it has such depth that just is like, you can't beat that.
No, you can't.
And that's again why story / writing is 200 for me easily.
Oh yeah, easy.
Because, I mean,
it's perfect.
It's so good at that, man. But
and it's only because of Square. Yeah. If this had been Nintendo, it wouldn't have been as good.
They would. Great point.
It wouldn't have been.
Just to open that can of worms up.
Yeah.
My gosh, if Nintendo did this on their own,
no,
this would not be the same discussion.
Even because you can say Paper Mario and Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, right? That's the only ones that I really
which
talk about at all.
Which I believe was made by Intelligent Systems, right, or something like that.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Fact check because I do feel like some people left Square to make Intelligent Systems. I'm not even joking. I think that's a legit thing.
Oh, okay. Well, while you're looking that up, Paper Mario and Paper Mario Thousand Year Door wouldn't have been made without this game.
Yep.
And Nintendo wouldn't have realized how much people like the quirky, funny humor of it.
Gosh, man, it's so good.
To make it in a Paper Mario game. So if we hadn't had this game and we got a Paper Mario game, we still wouldn't have been the humor that we've got.
Yeah.
In the first one and in Thousand Year Door.
Yep.
Because they realized with Super Mario RPG and how much people beloved it that, oh, people like this type of stuff. So we're going to create it, which is, I'm hoping and I'm praying to everything that when we get this remake, that it's not changed much. And if it's changed a little bit for the better, that'd be fine. But if this does well, I hope we can get either, a sequel would be awesome.
A sequel would
That's not what I'm betting on.
Nuts, dude, if they try to pull a sequel out of this.
But I hope if this does well, they revert back to original Paper Mario and Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Because the stories and stuff have still been so good, and like Origami King and stuff. The gameplay is just it's just garbage.
I don't know why they keep changing the gameplay.
It's garbage compared to the others.
I don't know why they have to.
It's like they have to make something new.
Don't reinvent it. There's no reason to at all.
It's perfect. It's freaking Mega Man.
I know.
Don't reinvent Mega Man.
You don't need to.
Just keep making more.
And make them great. And people will still buy them.
Have them freaking riding on cars.
Riding on cars. So, yeah, you nailed that point, though, because I do think what makes this game special is it is a true RPG.
Yeah.
And I love the style of it, too, because it seems like when you hit an 8, you're like, oh my gosh, I hit an 8.
Yeah.
Like you feel so much different. It's more like a Fire Emblem game in that regard.
Yeah.
Because you're like hitting these like kind of what you think is a bigger number. And then you play Final Fantasy, it's like 9999. You're like, oh yeah, ultimate weapon, baby. Like there's so much difference in the charm. Yeah. There's so much difference in the charm in that. And so, but anyway, going back to the intelligent design, just to recap. Intelligent Systems, by the way, not design. Sorry, Intelligent Systems. They make Paper Mario. They have since the beginning, and so I can't confirm,
but some people you think went from Square to.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. I don't know. So Intelligent Systems, who makes Fire Emblem, Paper Mario, WarioWare games, funny enough, and the Advance Wars thing.
Okay.
So I'm a huge fan of their stuff as it is, but their writing is really good in those first games. I don't know what happened after Paper Mario 1 and 2. I just don't.
I don't know. I'm not sure what. I could understand if they did it once or maybe twice, but they're just not selling as well anymore. And for some reason,
it's because their writing is not as good as it used to be.
No, I wouldn't say that. I say the writing is, to me, in some ways, I think the writing can be as good.
Well, going back, gameplay. Yes.
Gameplay, the gameplay is just
trash.
And
I know you feel bad at the paper or a sticker star, like you just did not like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, But that's the thing is like this game really is a special incarnation of Mario, and honestly, everybody in the world should absolutely play this.
Yes,
there's a reason why there's reaction videos online all over the place.
Yes,
with this remake announcement.
Oh yeah. I had never seen anything about Super Mario RPG.
No,
and then as soon as this announcement comes out,
everyone's like
all of these
crying,
videos,
and you have people that are like, starting to like explode.
Yeah, they're sacrificing people.
Yeah,
like
dude, it's crazy. Like Abraham Isaac kind of stuff, dude. It's nuts. It's like my first son will die today because this game's coming out in November, and it's like, okay, let's take it.
My firstborn for more GENO.
Oh, that's another thing too, man. With Smash.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the most requested characters, I don't think it's Sora. I'm sorry. Sora was not number one. Screw you all.
I could actually see Sora being pretty close.
Anyway.
But GENO's very high.
And we get a Mii costume. Way to smack us in the face, dude.
The weirdest thing
it doesn't make sense.
The weirdest thing is the creator of Smash wanted GENO in Smash.
Yeah.
So when he was talking about all the DLC for Ultimate, he was talking about how it was almost all Nintendo's pick, not his.
I know. Which pisses me off. Why does Nintendo hate GENO so much?
But then they're releasing a remake now.
But the other thing is they released Sora, which is a Square property. Yeah. So it doesn't make sense. Why? I don't know. There's just so many questions.
Maybe they weren't planning a Super Mario RPG remake at the time.
There's no way. I mean, maybe. And maybe they saw
quite a few years old.
But that's the thing. I know we're not talking about RPGs much. I guess we're talking about GENO. But I think what's funny is like when they came out with Smash Wii U, Smash 3DS. That's when they sent out the survey that everyone's like filling out GENO, Sora, all that kind of stuff.
And like
Ridley, right, right. So they filled out all that stuff, and it's like, I don't know. And maybe Square's like, we can do only one. So what's the highest? It's Sora. So let's just do Sora. Yeah. It's just like, dude.
And they could be getting, because I heard after Super Mario RPG, Nintendo and Square like had a huge falling out.
Right.
Like Square was not allowed in Nintendo's buildings anymore. Like it got really, really bad. I don't know what happened. So
I need to watch the gaming historian thing again because I think he touches on it, but I can't remember. It's not super long.
Yeah,
but I really need to. I want to look in this deeper.
But I wonder if their relationship is coming back.
Oh, it is. Because this game I looked at the trailer.
Oh, it says Square Enix in it.
Square Enix. Yeah, I'm like, oh, really?
It does not say nothing
of just Nintendo.
No, it says Square Enix.
So that is fascinating to me. And also the whole Sora thing. That's another +1 for the relationship.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then the Octopath Traveler games.
Yeah.
We're
and Cloud and Sephiroth and Smash.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
And all the Final Fantasy games coming to the Switch.
Right. So there's a lot of things that's like something happened, but then they repaired it within the last 10 years, it seems.
I think Nintendo is really starting to understand that, yes, they are the best at a lot of things.
Yeah.
But before it kind of seemed like they were their own thing, and then Microsoft and PlayStation were kind of their thing. Yep. But like Nintendo and Microsoft's like freaking companionship is huge now. I mean, we got Banjo and Kazooie on the N64, and we got them in Smash, and Nintendo's and Microsoft relationship is just growing and growing and growing.
GoldenEye
with Rare.
Yeah.
And then we got a Mario movie, right? Yeah. So now they're trusting a little bit more with people to make movies, because that's why they didn't have a movie for so long, because of how bad the original one was.
Well, that's the thing. And what's weird about this whole entire process is like they trusted Illumination to pull the Mario movie thing. And it's like they could have gone real dark and deep and crazy like they did Despicable Me, and like had some really kind of racy stuff happen.
Oh, yeah.
But they didn't.
No.
And I obviously, I'm sure there was a lot of reviewing sessions and postmortems about this whole entire thing. But yeah, I mean, I do agree with you. I think they're trusting people more now. Yeah. They're allowing for things to just like happen with their IP. Like Mario's bigger than them now. They're seeing it now. Yeah. They're seeing that Mario is actually big.
And it's good to have good relationships with people.
Especially Square.
Yeah.
We're the kings of RPGs.
Yes.
So I don't know. I would love to see a sequel. It'd be amazing to see, because at the end of
Can you imagine that?
because it can, if you watch the end of RPG, if you watch the end of it, there is totally a setup for a possible second one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I do. Ooh, that's a fun thing. I wonder if there was a second one made that they're going to plan on making.
Could be.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I
don't know. There's some things that you could have seen happen, like the whole GENO stuff that happened in the end.
There's a whole thing that Rosalina is the person in the Star Road, because they have all the stars and everything up there. The stars are Lumas. And that Rosalina's like in charge of it. How cool would that be, right?
That'd
if
be
they kind of incorporated some of that and brought GENO back and everything.
Oh man,
because they can bring GENO back. He was literally just a toy that got taken over by a star.
By the star,
yeah,
exactly. So it's like, that's what I'm saying, is like, how cool that'd be to reanimate GENO and stuff like that, and have this, like, I don't know. There's a lot of the ways they can take it. It'd be great to have a second one.
Burn Paper Mario because it's been dying, and then come with this.
That's right.
And then you could have like fourth wall breaking Paper Mario and stuff too in this. That would be cool.
I don't know. It really, it'd be awesome to see if this becomes a franchise.
Yeah.
I think they'll get sales. I have no doubt about that. So
they're getting mine.
Yeah, mine too. Absolutely. I mean, that or Persona 5 Tactica comes out in the same day.
Yeah, they're getting mine. So.
And you'll see me at the store for Persona 5, and Craig's like, "Excuse you, buy Mario. Excuse you.
We need more." Okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm probably gonna get Tactica.
Yeah, you're the worst.
But seriously, I for those who are listening and have made this far, however long this has been, it's an absolute honor to talk about this game, because it was a big part of my childhood.
Yeah,
and please just play any version of it. If you decide to emulate it, I don't care. Just play it.
Yeah.
Buy the new one so that they make more of them.
I was going to say, if you haven't played it,
wait. Yeah, I think so.
I would wait.
I think so.
To give...
I know I said...
mainly to give Nintendo the sale.
Yes.
So that they can see how well it's doing.
Yeah. And I think, like I said, I think it will do well.
I think it will.
There's a lot of... Even though a lot of the Gen Zs don't know about this game, there's a lot of us millennials
there's a lot of talk.
Right, yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's more talk about it from millennials and stuff like that, and people are like, "Wait, I heard about this game. This might be really good." I think there's a little bit of hype happening, which is super exciting. Yeah. It's like, yes, we're gonna get people that are gonna buy this game. So yeah, I agree. Buy this game. Buy the game in November.
Nintendo, keep Fat Yoshi, and this game will sell like 1 million copies.
There's no way they get rid of it. There's no way they would.
They can't.
How are they gonna make it look good? I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be interesting.
I don't know why they wouldn't just keep it.
Well, it's not going to be the same feeling. That's for sure. I guess that's the shading true. And everything. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Alrighty. Anything else that you wanted to say?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. Just a great game, guys. Go buy it. Go buy it when it comes out. November 17th, I believe, is the date. So go buy the remake. Go play it. Enjoy it. My gosh,
enjoy it. Even if they take some of the story stuff out, it's still going to be fantastic.
And they're probably going to fix some of the gripes I had with it. I already know that, which I'm very excited about, such as the score. I think they're going to have it probably even better. Yeah. I really do. I
know she's coming back.
Oh, I didn't know that, so that's good.
But even just from the trailer, it's already revamped.
It's upped, and it's great. Yeah, and of course, if you haven't seen the trailer, go watch the trailer. But it looks great. I'm very excited for that. Graphics are good, meant for the audience of today.
Yeah,
I'm going to get my kids to play it. Oh. I'm excited for them to play it for the first time because they never played the original.
I know.
So that'll be fun.
That's gonna be great.
Anyway.
Okay, well, thank you all for listening. Again, a huge shout out to Setzero for coming on to the episode this week.
Thank you.
He is going to be mixing it for this episode. So
hopefully I don't break it.
So if there's anything weird, blame him for everything.
Blame me.
I think that's pretty much it.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, by the way.
Yeah.
It's been a blast. Thank you for inviting me on this. I love video game talk, so hopefully I'll be on again for more video game talk.
Do you want to do another reaction time acronym?
Sure. I'm scared. I got scared last time too. I was like, oh gosh, here we go.
While he's thinking of what he wants to say.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Sam and I should be back, hopefully with Oppenheimer.
Possibly. Are you doing Barbie?
Sam wants to do Barbie.
Do Barbie. You
I don't want to do Barbie.
I'm going to go see Barbie. That's great, bro.
I know. Everybody says I need to
I
do
don't
it.
care what you say, man. Margot Robbie is gorgeous. And so is Ryan Gosling. They're the most gorgeous people on this planet. How can you not watch
I
them?
don't know. Not Ryan Gosling.
Excuse yourself. You can leave. I'm shutting this podcast off right now. Ryan Gosling is a king amongst men when it comes to looks. Have you seen Crazy Stupid Love?
I have seen.
Oh
Crazy
my
Stupid Love.
lord! I mean, even Emma Stone's like
photoshopped.
You photoshopped? I mean, come on, bro. He is god tier.
Oh,
Gosh, I love Ryan Gosling.
pretty good.
I'm so excited to see him in this.
I'm sure.
Michael Cera, come on.
I'm sure it's gonna be great.
No, but I'm excited to see Oppenheimer.
That's
Very excited to see
that's
that.
the problem is
I'm gonna go.
so
I'm gonna
excited
go to
for Oppenheimer.
I'm gonna try and find an IMAX. I'm gonna go.
Nice.
I'm going big.
Yeah.
I want to see that thing.
Oh, you have
explode
to.
my
You
brain.
have to see this in IMAX. It's freaking Christopher
It's
Nolan.
filmed it with IMAX
Yeah.
cameras and everything, so
Yeah.
it's exciting.
Okay, so join us next week for that. And again, if you need your podcast mix it 6.
Mix at 6 Studios.
Yep.
Yes.
That's Derek's. That's what he
He'll
does
be
for
here.
his job. So again, everything will be in the show notes for all of those links.
Also, twitch.tv/Setzero if you want to hear some
Yep.
electronic music.
yeah.
Even if you don't, if you just want to chat with some cool peeps.
Yeah.
It's a
Watch
good
him
time.
play a shooter game.
SOCOM Fireteam Bravo 2 for the PlayStation Portable. You can come on there too. I've been obsessed with it right now for some reason. So
Hopefully he's going to be streaming every Monday.
that's the plan.
That's the plan.
So
I have
come on
now
Mondays.
set it, so it has to be.
Oh.
If not,
If
you're
I
going to
just-
ruin all the
I'm just
people
gonna
that
cut
follow us.
I'm going to cut that part in this episode. No, I can't be.
Gosh dang it, he's
liable.
editing this.
Smart.
Okay. You got it.
I forgot how to do this acronym thing. Okay. So
Just like reaction time, right? So red
So okay. All right.
elephants.
Really? Really?
Should have the echo thing on.
Oh, I should. Freaking A. We're going to bake it in here.
We're going to do this.
Okay, guys, hold on. So what's
Please
cool
hold.
is I have this mixer that I have. I do this, like I said, for a living. I have this really fun effect where I can just add some effects to everything that I talk about. So you guys are going to hear it. Here we go.
Okay, how about we'll do this. You do a letter and then I'll do a letter.
Okay, well, then I got to turn yours on too now.
Oh.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Really?
Everything
After
collisions
try?
iconic.
This is not working.
I know.
Okay, one more time. Hold on. Effects are off. Okay. I like to really. I'm gonna start with really again.
Okay.
Really?
Elephants?
After
Catastrophic?
tenacious,
Incendious?
ordinary.
Near?
Thanks. The effects make it so much worse. I'm sorry, everybody, for this. This is just awful.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Indescribable.
Massive.
Egos. Oh.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thanks you, everybody.
If you seriously stay to the end of this, make sure to leave in the comments what you heard,
Yes.
and we'll be able to kind of get an idea of who's actually enjoying this end segment, especially this
Yes.
one. How it's. Sorry, I'm turning that effect off now. Anyway,
It was so great.
so good. Thank you for listening to the Reaction Time podcast.
Podcast. We'll see you all next week.
Bye. Oh my gosh. I'm cutting it now. We're rolling.
Are we rolling?
Yes.
Are we rolling in the deep? Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah, you can't talk at all. This whole podcast. That's just all you're going to do. Don't talk at all. Just have me do it. Do it. Do it.
We're gonna get through it, I promise.
Do this.
Okay, so I think I should disable that thing. Effects disabled.
Just like put some tape on there so you can't open it.
I know.
Oh, man.
I'll be good. I'm probably not gonna do the whole podcast. I'm probably gonna be good. Probably.
I mean, if you do the whole podcast, it's fine.
Everyone's gonna be like, I can't even listen to it.
Just the whole time.
Like, for some reason, the Reaction Time podcast has a weird like echo effect, and it's really bothering my ears.
Sometimes this episode just really felt like they went downhill.
The entire time we just have it full blast. Yeah. And then the sound. It was so good. So good. Oh my gosh, dude. And guess what else happened? And then you see GENO die. MALLOW.
You gotta go die.
And you see GENO die.
And then go right back.
MALLOW is a cloud.
This is why we can't have a podcast, dude.
I know, you and I would be a disaster, bro.
Oh, man. Okay. I did not expect this to happen.
I'm just going to cut the file.